In 2007, the iPhone changed the world. By 2023, AI changed how we think. If you're still learning and working with an outdated mindset, you're not just falling behind, you're out of the game. Harari didn't write this book for leisure, he wrote it for your wake-up call. We are drowning in data yet starving for wisdom. You consume more information in a single day than your ancestors did in a lifetime. The paradox? The more data we have, the worse our decision-making becomes. We are being manipulated by the very tools we think empower us. Don't assume AI only takes blue-collar jobs. It will replace lawyers, accountants, and doctors. When algorithms perform better than humans, what defines your value? The question isn't if, but when. We still teach children skills for a 60-year career. That world is dead. Harari argues that modern education is chasing the shadows of the past. The most vital skill today isn't knowledge, it's the ability to relearn and reinvent yourself continuously. Humans have always thrived on fiction, it's how we conquered the planet. The 21st century twist is the speed. A lie travels halfway around the world before the truth has even put its shoes on. Your brain is wired for emotional reaction, not for processing facts. Next time you want to share an article, ask yourself, what is this trying to make me feel? Once you deconstruct the emotions being exploited, you truly regain control of your thinking from the algorithms. Information is cheap, understanding is expensive. Stop trying to ingest more data. Spend time absorbing the emotions beneath the information. This is the only way to think at a level deeper than the rest. We take democracy for granted. Harari warns it's just an experiment. Technology is making this experiment incredibly fragile. Whoever controls the data, controls the true power. Algorithms don't just guess what you like. They know your fears, your political leanings, and your weaknesses. This isn't science fiction, this is Cambridge Analytica. Data is the new currency, more dangerous than finance or land. Audit your feed. If 90% of your content only reinforces what you already believe, you're trapped in an epistemic cage. The algorithm is turning you into a more extreme version of yourself without you even knowing it. You don't have to agree with them, but you must understand why they think that way. A strong thinker is someone who knows exactly why they believe what they believe, not someone merely trying to reinforce an aging ego. Nuclear weapons, AI, climate change, these issues know no borders. Yet, the world is retreating into nationalism. This mismatch between global problems and nationalistic mindsets is the greatest danger of our century. If you truly love your country, you must care about what happens beyond its borders. No nation can solve climate change alone. Isolationist thinking is, quite simply, suicidal in this era. When science decodes humanity via algorithms and technology extends our lifespans, what questions will religion answer? Harari isn't bashing faith, he is challenging religion to look the reality of the digital age squarely in the eye. Capitalism, religion, nation-states, they are all just stories. They are powerful because millions believe in them. They are tools, not absolute truths. Recognizing this helps you master the tool, rather than becoming its slave. The things you die defending, have you ever challenged them? Intellectual maturity begins when you dare to audit the very foundations of your beliefs. Our brains crave binary, clear answers. But the world doesn't offer them. Survival belongs to those who can hold open questions without panic. Ambiguity is the habitat of the 21st century. Stop forcing memorization. By 2040, what you learn today might be obsolete garbage. Teach your children how to learn, how to focus, and most importantly how to maintain psychological balance in a rapidly changing world. Critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. These are the 4 things AI currently fails at. Master this quartet, and you will never fear being replaced. The most terrifying part is this: AI will soon know what you want better than you do. Will you remain the decision maker, or will you surrender control to the algorithm? That is our biggest challenge. And we've only just begun part one of the journey to find the answer. We trade our data for convenience. But do you realize? That data is being used to build models that understand you better than you understand yourself. When AI knows what you want before you even do, who is actually driving your life? Don't reject every permission, but just pause for a second. What are you trading for what? Live with intent. Harari isn't calling for a return to the wild, he's calling for you to use technology instead of letting technology use you. When we can edit genes and implant chips in brains, inequality is no longer just about money. It's biological inequality. The rich won't just be wealthier, they will literally be smarter and live longer. This is a reality we must look at straight in the eye. If algorithms do everything better, what remains of your value? Don't wait until you're replaced to ask this. Define your worth based on what AI cannot replicate: compassion, creativity, and emotional connection. The statistical probability of dying from terrorism is far lower than from traffic accidents or obesity. Yet, we spend trillions on terror. Why? Because terror sells fear better. Don't let the media dictate your fears. The media doesn't reflect reality, it amplifies what is most shocking. What you see on screen is a filtered world designed to keep your attention. You're not seeing the real world, you're seeing an optimized newsfeed. Nuclear war, climate change, and technological disruption. None of these respect national borders. We spend too much time on nationalist arguments while these existential threats demand unprecedented global cooperation. Status, likes, luxury goods, these are temporary painkillers for the lack of meaning in life. When the fever passes, the emptiness returns. True meaning must be far more sustainable than that. Harari meditates for 2 hours a day to debug his own mind. Try just 10 minutes, no phone, no music. You'll feel restless. That is your internal noise screaming for attention. The world is fast, but the successful are those who know how to slow down. Not slow to act, but slow to perceive. Pause to process instead of reacting. This is the most valuable skill of the 21st century. Harari doesn't pretend to have all the answers. When an expert says "I don't know," trust them. The world is full of people faking certainty. Honesty with yourself is the first step toward progress. AI isn't destiny. Climate change isn't a final verdict. Every trend can be steered if we make the right decisions now. Don't choose pessimism, choose awareness. The ultimate survival skill is the ability to relearn. Be ready to discard obsolete knowledge, even if it once made you successful. If you don't change yourself, the world will change you ruthlessly. Read this book as an economist, then reread it as a citizen. You'll find completely different layers of meaning. Don't read to memorize, read to decode the world. Write down one belief you defend to the death. Then ask, where is the evidence? Or is it just the environment I grew up in? You don't have to discard the belief, but know why you hold it. That is independent thinking. Don't rush to find the right answer. Learn how to ask the right questions. The right question opens a path, a wrong answer just leads you into a dead end. We stand at a crossroads. One path is a future where technology serves humanity. The other is where humanity serves algorithms. The difference isn't in the code, but in your and my decisions today. This video isn't meant to change the world, but to help you stop ignoring it. 21st century issues aren't someone else's business. They are yours. And your journey starts with these questions. If you find this perspective valuable, send it to someone you want to discuss it with. Improving your thinking shouldn't be a solitary process. The 21st century is chaotic, but you don't have to navigate it alone. Subscribe so we can decode the most important lessons together. Thank you for joining me.